Good morning, guys. I'm having issues with my screen. I don't have my main screen. What a mistake, buying an OLED monitor. Fuck. Literally, my main screen it's not gonna turn on until it does its self-care for OLED. I'll try to take a take profit eval here. Smaller day today because I didn't trade few accounts. Like Bullnox I didn't trade because it's ready for payouts. I didn't want to risk. I didn't want to make the same mistake I did recently. This is just an eval. Taking 1-2 pullbacks here, so let's see if we could. Top Step does not have a discount. Top Step is just priced normally. But sorry to hear about your accounts. I am doing good, man. Just noticed some yellowing on my grass, so I'm worried that I have like a fungus infection or something. They told me to watch out for that, so I'm kind of debating what I should do. Yeah, that entry didn't work yet, so I'm gonna add if it goes down here. Take profit eval, and these evals are driving me nuts. Keep forgetting to add them to the copy trader, you know, that's such a simple thing to do, yet so complicated for me. Instead of this already being a winner on the opening range trade, I'm trying to trade it now. But tradeify is doing good. So I have a tradeify straight to funded. It was 50% off, so I bought one account. I'm not a huge fan of the straight to funded because of the cost, but that was a good deal. Let's see. How much is this straight to funded? Oh, Volatility gave me a shout out. Nice. Yeah, I know him way back. I'm the one that got him into futures trading. So that's probably, my guess is that's what he's talking about. Can you make an Apex request if my P&L is more than 30%? No. Okay, there's a trap. Let's see if the trap plays out. I got him the first account. Yeah, his stocks were just. He also didn't like believe in the prop firms. A lot of people were like that back then. You got to think about before this was like all very, very popular. All right, so got out of the trap entry. Can you go higher? Man, did I sleep yesterday after trading? Took a nice nap, so no video again. I'm the worst. Well, I watched some of the Yankee game and I fell asleep during the Yankee game and I woke up at like 8 p.m. So I slept for 3 hours. I was just so exhausted. And then I made some dinner and then I went to the gym. And it was midnight, so. Matty Matt, it's still early. It's still early. We're only 20 minutes in. I really hope this rolls over. I know I'm long right now, so I would love to see like a pop and then roll over because I think that's where my entries would be. This just keeps grinding higher. It's hard to buy these breakouts because you could see like these breakouts up here, they don't work the same as the breakouts down here. I don't know what it is for me, but like I am so much better at reversals versus continuation momentum trades. Like this entry was great. That was the trap, right? So here's the two-legged pullback. This was the trap. So that's why when I enter a two-legged pullback, I can't use a stop here because it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's definitely flagging, but it's definitely also struggling. Come on, hit me. Damn. Kind of failed continuation. Yes, D. Shh. Static drawdown, baby. Like I have $9,000 worth of drawdown on this account. That's why I like Rhythmic more than TradeIfy. The copy trading on TradeIfy is good. It just doesn't copy brackets. Damn. Nice. Let's go. Nice spike there. But no follow through. That was a big rejection right there. Big rejection. I would think that this would go up, but it's really just rejecting it. That was a big candle and it just yeah, it's not working. Or I should cut it and try to work out of it. That was a big rejection. And the fact that this didn't have a follow through was still has a chance. I think it might go now. But you know what? I'm gonna take half off just in case if it rejects the highs again. Crazy chop. Consolidation, not a chop. Nice. Nice. Hit it. Come on. Let's hope it doesn't do what it did yesterday on me. My Fund the Futures wants me on. They've been emailing me, but I don't know if I could contribute on those shows. Like, what am I gonna talk about? You know, I could tell my story, I guess, but trading education is not my thing. So, but yeah, me and Vala, there's a whole story how I got him into trading futures and stuff. It was pretty early on when I started to become profitable. There we go. Well, that was a pain in the butt trade, but got it. All right, now we got to trade the other accounts. Sorry, guys. Again, my monitor is not working, so I don't see the chat as easily. Every time I click on QUANTOWER, the chat disappears because my... Let me see if the monitor finished. Literally, I have an OLED screen and it's got to clean itself, like the protection thing. And I could not turn it on today. It would turn off after a minute. I think it's good now. Okay. Guys should be good now with the chat. Let me move it back up here. It makes me want to sell this screen. Not even sell it, just give it away. It's a nice screen, but when it does that, It had a whole night to do it. Why didn't it just... It's a 34-inch OLED screen. Yeah, it's this one. $900 for a screen. That's cheap. That's a lower end model. It's OLED, bro. OLED technology is crazy, and 240 hertz. That's a cheap monitor for what it is. But that's the price I pay. It's literally annoying. Okay, but we're at all-time highs, right? And we are bouncing from the overnight sell-off. However, how are we gonna trade this now? Actually, I'm gonna go on tradeify TV. Well, they're playing marbles on tradeify TV. Black Magic. Do you understand OLED technology at all? Or do you not know what that is? Trust me, I don't. I have my main monitors I'm trading on. They're portable monitors. They're not even real monitors. They're just like USB-C. I have extras actually because I thought I was gonna use 4 of them. These are the monitors I use for trading. Look, it's literally super thin, super light, USB powered portable monitor. That's what I use 2 of. I have 2 of these as my trading, and then my main monitor is for like chat, you know, browsing and stuff like that. Discord. I like the 4 monitor. Like when you trade the way I do, it's having multiple monitors is better than having one big monitor because that way you divide it and be able to go full screen. But we are ripping here, damn. Of course, I was stuck in the choppiest section of the chart, and now it's going. Could have made some more profit for sure. on that eval, but yeah, so OLED is like, it makes the screen look a lot different. It comes like alive, and it's great for gaming and video editing and photography. Even if actually, I don't know if it's that great. The colors sometimes are too vibrant. They're not as natural, but depends on the monitor. But it's like when we had the, the tube monitors, the big monitors on the desk that took out half the desk back in the day, like a 15-inch monitor. Then the flat screen monitor was a thing. It was crazy, guys. If you're young, screens used to be round, okay? And then when the flat screens came out, that was a big deal. I don't know why. So there were still massive screens, but they were flat. Same thing as TVs. Can't find a good layout. 227. Yeah. I think your best bet would be to mount the 227s very low and then have one up high for like the stream and stuff. I think that's two trading monitors and then one for browsing and whatever stream you want to watch. I use vertical monitors. I used to use those for stocks. I don't know if I could ever find. Actually, no, my Twitter doesn't work. I used to have a sick vertical monitor. Actually, I have a video on my YouTube. This was my stock trading setup. So with stocks is different. You need so many charts, Yep. Dash Trader, baby. Best platform ever made. Oh, I do miss my stock trading, and I definitely will come back to it. Am I funded? Yes. What is he staring? I am. When I trade, I also do other stuff like emails and research. I can't just fully commit to focus on stream. It wastes too much time that way. I run a business and but like right now what I'm doing is I have some issues, or not issues, but I see something in the grass that is giving me a little bit of a concern. So I have a new grass, new sod. I spent a lot of money on. No, I didn't hydro seed sod. There's no point of doing that now. Probably next year I'll do it. But I might be getting some fungus. Been getting a lot of rain, and I don't know if that's what it is, but just noticed it yesterday a little bit, and then today I have meetings all day today, so I'm not gonna be able to do. I have a meeting at 2 o'clock, so the stream's definitely ending at 1 p.m. today. Maybe even earlier, depending if I could get this to pull back. Who's Uncle Bugatti? He's one of the members of my Discord. That's how I know him, but he's pretty big on Twitter. All right, can we get a pullback? How are you guys playing this? This is my biggest weakness, is waiting for that pullback and losing patience. I only trade longs. I'm not looking for shorts. I'll look for traps. Do I come in the market with direction bias? No. I pretty much just long. I don't short. I take very few short trades. It helps me with revenge trading and just being patient. Look for a. If it breaks to 750, then I will consider longing it if it holds. So it's got to snap back, kind of like it did here. So this is the setup. So you saw how it snapped back. That's what I'm going to look for. Shorting now is good RR if it works, yeah. There's no right or wrong way of trading it. I said this many times, and I said it yesterday 10 times. Only because I'm looking for longs, don't let that distract you, and don't let that be, decision maker for your own trades. If you want to short right now, go for it. You know your risk, you know your trade, you know your strategy. And this could fall apart very easily. I'm going to long if it looks like it's going to fall apart and it doesn't. Keeps getting bought up, but again, it needs to break a level of support in order for me to go long. We're like in the 10-point range here, I think. Yeah, 11 points. And there she goes higher, unfortunately. Took up without your 54. How dare are they? I'm going to go to ICT and complain to him. So, you know, you left Corey without her contracts. It's not nice. He's running this up. I actually met a couple of ICT traders at the tradeify meetup. But you know what? The world will be a better place if we just did like in-person meetups. There will be so much less arguments. All right, so now I could definitely look for 54s as well. But it just keeps grinding higher and higher. There's no like a true breakout. They're listening, guys. They are listening. See, I said no breakout and boom. Not even, it was like a microsecond later, freaking broke out. I wonder what caused this. This kind of seemed like a weird spike. Yeah, was that just like a blow off type of move? We have this I guess this is the high of the overnight session. And we have yesterday's lows from overnight and it's getting tougher and tougher to play this. I love strong markets, but this is a time where I suck so bad. Makes me just want to buy, but as soon as I buy, it's gonna be the top. And it's just like, wait, it'll come back. It's gotta pull back. Still looking for any previous swing low. I'm gonna be carefully watching if it holds. Yeah, I wish I held my take profit trader. Could have passed it. Okay, big rejection. Maybe. And it continues higher. My God. I'm not sure exactly, Black Magic, but congrats. This is my tradeify. So today I was in the trade for 3 seconds. Phidias moves you live really quick. They move you live after one payout with the static accounts. Yeah, if you can't buy new evals, just buy evals somewhere else and trade that live account. I got a payout from Bullnox, very nice. I'll be requesting my first payout of the month, I think, from Bullnox. I don't think I'll be able to request anything else first. Wow, what a move. Yes, Phidias is changing their payout policy to every 10 days. However, you could withdraw from your wallet once a month, but you could take out money from your account, so it's guaranteed. It's just they won't process the payout till end of the month. Probably the Diddy verdict. Was that real? I saw someone say. I saw someone say bullish on oil. How was the Tradeify meetup? It was awesome. It was awesome. But I didn't take any pictures. I suck with social media, as you guys know. You know, I don't have to explain it to you, but the one good picture I have, well, Joey took it. I didn't get to meet Tanya. She was busy. I was busy, and she left early. And I didn't get to meet. I think Matt Kors was there. I didn't even know he was there. I love how I do this. I posted in my Discord so I could show it to you on stream. That's Joey Morgan. Pretty cool. So me and him talked a lot. We had a lot of like common people that knew us, or there were some people that didn't know me, knew him, or knew me, didn't know him. So we kind of introduced, and then it was really difficult, honestly, to be able to kind of give everyone attention, because you're having a conversation with one person, another person comes up and wants to say hello, and it's just quite difficult to manage. I don't know how Tanya did it, but yeah, Ike, I met, spoke to him for a while. Ike is really cool. I barely even talked to Brett. I talked to Brett in the beginning, and then when I was leaving. Well, when we were leaving, we were the last ones to leave. Freaking so. So we're taking a shot, and they didn't have shots, right? So understandable. So we asked for it on the rocks, and Joey wanted tequila. Some other, I think, it was one of the viewers. I don't know if he's watching. Savere, another Polish guy. He said he didn't want vodka, and then Joey had his wife with him, so we agreed on green tea shots, and I said, I don't drink tequila. You can't give me tequila, anything but tequila. And of course, they said green tea on the rocks. This guy probably said no, I wasn't paying attention, so he poured in tequila on the rocks. Oh, worst thing ever. I got tricked. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I hope there's more of these. Everything was paid for. I gave them $100 to the bartenders, but traffic wasn't bad. And we keep going higher. Whoever was short, I hope you guys are safe. Definitely, it was a little bit of a tease, but it's not making any previous lows. Like, it doesn't touch previous lows. It just keeps grinding higher, staying above the moving average. Very difficult to get in. What is my reasoning that take profit trader is more difficult? To pass the eval? Because it's 5-day evals. It's not more difficult, it's just more work. Well, it is more difficult too because you can't just pass an eval in one trade. You could pass in 2 trades really, but yeah, it's 5 days to pass. 50% consistency though. I might just trade an eval now because this is it's terrible. Just go long on eval. It's one way to turn the market. It's not a big deal, yeah. Yeah, I was one of the last ones to leave Perry. We got kicked out. We didn't leave. We got kicked out. That's how I always am at every party. There's too many people to talk to, and Joey was there from Missouri, so it's like, you know, might as well enjoy it. I'm used to it, you know. To me, 10 o'clock end was too early. There we go, guys. Maybe a pullback finally. Or not. This is called QUANTOWER. The link is down below. And I use to copy trade between QUANTOWER accounts. It's built into QUANTOWER. But you do need a license for QUANTOWER, which is like $30 a month or $20 a month if you buy like bulk months, like 6 months, or if you buy 12 months up front, then it's cheaper. And then in order to trade on Tradeivy, I use TradeSyncer. TradeSyncer. It's a video I have to make. I need to get like on schedule, like 2 videos a week or something. Like, my channel is not gonna grow if I don't post videos. Yeah, I have a friend flying in tomorrow from Cali for almost 2 weeks. So I'm not gonna get much done then. Have I been trading the ORB on the personal account? No, I don't have the need to trade personal account. I won't get anything out of it. Probably should just for fun. But there's no gain from me trading a personal account. Because I'll make $200-300 and it's not worth risking the capital. I have $60,000 invested into the market though. Currently. Yep. 790 pullback would be nice. Any sort of pullback would be nice. Right now we're getting just shallow pullbacks and it's just risky to buy, but how are my stocks looking now? Pretty good. I'm up like, it went down because of Tesla yesterday, but ooh, all right, finally. I blew that already? Jeez. I am up 14%. So I'm up 7.5 thousand. But I just bought, it's mostly on 40,000. I just bought, okay, let's focus here. This could be good. What? What? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable. I didn't get filled there. I'm going to get stopped out. The trap is not going to work. Bunch of crap. It was just probably a liquid push. I got that at least. This nice trap right here. Previous lows. Wow. Wow. There she goes. I hope it just doesn't recover right away and just keeps going higher. That's going to be annoying. Please don't do that. Did you get trapped short, Matty Matt? course, I scalp yesterday. Why? Yesterday I didn't scalp and I regretted it. But if I did yesterday what I did just now, like if I didn't have my target set, look how much money I would have made. But yesterday I got burnt by not taking my 25 ticks. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take it today and look what happens. Go straight up. Miss another 15 points, 20 points. All right. I'm going to be right back. Unbelievable. What an entry I had. I messed that up. Do I still use TradeSyncer? Yes. Need some strawberries. Thoughts on ETF? I like them. Oh, by the way, guys, ETF has a crazy sale. I'm going to tell my friends, actually. So they have pretty sweet deal, actually. So look, it's $26, and then there's no activation fee for the first month. So you just got to get to pay on the first month to blow the account. You got to trade for 5 days and no more than 14. So you have 10 days to pass. We're getting some volatility now. I like that. Damn. Strawberries are so good. How do I handle trailing drawdown? Number one, I take profits quickly. And number two, I try not to worry about it too much. The worst accounts are the 25Ks because you don't have that much drawdown, but like the 50Ks, you're okay. And then the 150K accounts, you know, if you lose a bit of drawdown, it doesn't really matter. But trying to ignore it is like the number one way to get better at it. Because trailing drawdown only exists, right? Think about it this way, guys. The trailing drawdown only exists when you're at the highest point of the account. Once you take a loss, you no longer are in trailing drawdown. Now you're in static drawdown. $250K, very nice. Those are tough. We do have non-farm payroll tomorrow at 8:30. I will be sending evals both directions. Take profit trader, probably not because of consistency. But definitely in tradeify and definitely some Apex. Yeah, when I started trading with trailing drawdown, I thought that every time you take a trade, the drawdown gets affected. But it doesn't. It's only if you're at the highest point of the account. Apex Trades, tell me what code did you use for Take Profit Trader? This is your first test. What's the code? Ooh, all right, we're good. We're good. There's no rules. All you got to do is get over the safety net. So $2,000 and anything over $2,000 you could take out. There's only two things you can't do on Take Profit. You can't hedge pro accounts. Obviously, that's every prop firm's policy, but they're very strict with that. And you can't trade the news. And they'll hold trades past the market close. Yes. Make sure you flatten all your orders. No consistency. Nope. Could get a payout one day. You could make $5,000 and take out $3,000 in the first day. But that's how they make money. Apex Trades. Everyone wants to get a payout in the first day. Yeah, Take Profit Trader is the #1 prop firm. The only negative that people bring up is the trailing drawdown in the pro account. For daily payouts, there is no what do you call it? There is no scaling plan, right? There's no scaling plan, no consistency rules. If they had end of day drawdown, it would be potentially deadly for the prop firm. They didn't get rid of that. Nope. Pro Plus. Pro Plus is already live. That's different. That's not going to hurt them because that's coming from the live markets. That was a good lunch. What size? 3 contracts is my... I only take 1 trade a day. I have 1 pro account right now. Really want to get to more. How do I put my accounts in the far right? I have a plugin for QUANTOWER, which costs $50. If you're interested, I could post a link. But QUANTOWER will have a native account summary in the next update, like a big update. But is it gonna be as clean? Probably not. From what I've seen, it's just gonna be still gonna be hard to like distinguish. Use code Alpine to get $25 off, so it'll be $50 total. I am not affiliated with them. It's just he's in my Discord, and he made a code for my Discord. Wow, I can't believe my entry was right there and I didn't make any good profit. Yesterday, I got screwed. And today, of course, it would have been the right thing to do, to hold a little bit longer. It's like 375 is nice, 378, but that's a 150K account. I need more profit. I made 499 on my opening range trade, so I guess it's not that far off. Because my goal is to like starting tomorrow, I'm gonna size down on Elite Trader funding on this one. I'm gonna make 745 on this one, and I'm gonna make $1,200 on this account. And once I'm close to like 155, that is when you're getting close to a payout. So just gonna size down a little bit and just try to let the 150K account survive, like the big drawdown days. With the size I use now, there's no way for it to survive. That's 10 contracts to make $1,200, I believe. So when you pull back, I'll be screwed. All right, but this is crazy, guys. This is really driving me crazy watching this go up. But see what happened? Since I went long, it dumped. And this is why it's hard for me to go long anywhere up here. This was an eval, and then this was funded. So I bought the trap here. And I sold it way too soon. Yeah, I could give it a good runner, but yesterday I got screwed. So I was like, I don't want to make the same mistake today. It's only 11 o'clock. I do have to be done by 1. I have a client meeting at 2 o'clock, so I gotta prepare for it. Jason, yeah, that's how it goes. That is trading in a nutshell. But at least we're not stuck short. I'm sure there's a lot of people blowing up, shorting this market. One thing about me is I always recover. I don't give up. Maybe that's what it is. I just keep trucking along and just keep getting payouts and hope for the best. This is the top. I don't know. Tomorrow the market closes early, guys. I did not know that, but tomorrow the market closes at 1 p.m. And I know futures could be open, but if the stock market closes, I don't trade. That's my rule. There's no point of being in front of the screens if the stock market's closed. I go based on the stock market schedule, not based on the future schedule. I don't know which account I didn't trade. Trappy trap. It's always a slippage on these trades. I don't know what it is. Once it slips like that, that's how I know it's a horrible entry because it's just a stop hunt. Very, very strange how it does that. Okay, it's going to be a massive sell-off here. I'm going to cut that. That's a massive sell-off for sure. The way I got filled there, I could tell this was a crazy stop hunt, whatever, and it slipped me, and no point of holding this. Yeah, they flag it. My chai, they flag it, but there's a chance you get approved, but most likely not. But don't overthink it. Just grow your account, request the payout, you get denied, you just trade again. See if we can find some weakness maybe for a reversal to the short side. I lost $700 in seconds. It's quite bizarre how fast you could lose when you get stuck on the wrong side. That's how I should be winning, you know? That's the whole point of the strategy is so when I enter, I should be winning that fast too. Here I got trapped, so it was very fast loss. That's how you kind of learn. When you get trapped over and over again, you just reverse it and do it. So like right now, it was just too late. Kind of got greedy, but luckily I did it on this account and not the other one. I've heard that a couple of times. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem with copy trading. I know someone that lost their take profit trader accounts because of hedging copy trader glitch. They can't tell if it was a glitch or if it was intentional, you know? Yeah, I know, Matt. A bunch of people told me. I went in there and like said something in the comments, but I guess they don't look at the chat as much when they're streaming on Tradeify TV. Now it's the interesting part. Are we gonna go higher or is this actually gonna roll over? I would think that would remove your profits from that day and after that day because once you grow yourself a cushion, it's much easier to trade, right? I've seen that. So like, if you hedge on day number one and then you trade after that, you already have advantage because you are out of the safety net or whatever. I don't know. You got to be extremely careful and you got to close the trade right after. As soon as, always have an eye on your copy trader and always close the trades. It's additional 8 days from when you requested. might be tempted to short. See what happens here if we clear out. If we clear out any of these highs and then it rejects, that could be a good signal. If it just breaks down, it's going to be a little bit tougher. And I'll look for longs again once you have a deeper pullback. As far as your unrealized loss is lower than 30%, you should be good and get payouts. Yes, it's even 50% once you're over the safety net. Once you're over the safety net, it's 50%. All right, so here it breaks the lows of this consolidation. Let's see. Trying to see how I could play a two-legged pullback on the inversion. How would that work? But let's say it goes up now and rejects. Maybe I'll take a short. If this rejects, yeah, I'm going to take a short. Not rejecting yet. Yeah, any of these swing highs are key area for rejection, but really crazy how there's no like a deeper pullback. Even shorting this is sketchy as hell. I'm going to take the break of this candle. Oh my God, the candle, of course. Supposed to take a break of that candle. I looked away for a second and I placed the order. Of course, the candle collapsed more. But let's see if this trap works to the long side. Like long trap, so short trade. They just went a little bit above that wick. Okay. Yeah, I would be in now, so I would be in the trade. See if we could break these lows here. Looking good. Can we break down these lows? Come on, give us a big flush. Keeps holding. Had around 10 points there. Not the lows, but looking for more. Play a wide stop. Hopefully it keeps this downtrend going. I will cover if we break this and we like flush a little bit, like 808s, 807s. I will cover one. Martin, good. I've been doing really well. Just came off my second best month. Yeah. Not as big of a flush as I would want, but I'll take the 10 points there on the first contract. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. I took off the second one, so I guess break even stop now. Nicely done, Matty Matt. Good save. Can we get a flush to the 200 moving average? I'm actually green. Wow. Come on. I want like one big candle. What was that? Flush it. Come on. Fuck. Always. 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 Why can I could get a flush like yesterday? We had so many flushes. Like something like this. Something like this. Like, why can I ever catch that? My timing is always so bad. Oh, scammer in the chat. Discord. Thank you. Yeah, I was expecting a reaction to the downside. We have these lows here, basically just trapped. Stock market's early close tomorrow, so I'm considering futures close early. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I don't know if it's like an early close for futures, but I'm definitely not trading. I'm very tempted to re-enter on the break. Well, still looking good short. It could retest the highs for sure. If it trapped, it definitely could retest the highs. I would much rather see a retest of the highs, but ideally, I would see a big sell-off and then buy a bounce. I'm gonna go turn down my AC. Why is this shit cranking like crazy? Well, that's an interesting area too. But if it holds that, then if you have an Apex account with 53,100, what is my drawdown if I take out 500? 52,600, so 2,600, 2,500 technically. 2,500 is your drawdown. You could take out 1,000. You could take out 1,000 once you had 3,100 though, and I recommend that. It's $500. It's a lot of money. Okay, I'm in. See if we could get a continuation to the downside once again. Kind of going off this rejection here off these previous highs. Take one off for like 6 points. Just minimize the risk. Now if we could get a flush down to these lows, that would be pretty solid. Come on, a little bit more. We do have these lows here, so I am going to protect myself. Just let it work now. 795 would be the target, but once we get there, I might just trail it instead of taking it off. Because once we do break down, we certainly could see a bigger sell-off. But if I get stopped out here, I will probably not re-enter short. Unless it's a different account. My stop is at break even now. Had only 10 points in profit there. It's gonna suck to get stopped out again because I was up over 500 bucks, I believe. I will still have some profit if I get stopped. But I might need to give it some more room before it sells off. We'll see what happens. Already a winning trade. 2 winning trades back to back. So even if it's a small win, I got to remember I was down 700 bucks. So if I'm up like 200, that's a $900 trade or $900 between 2 trades. Yep. There's a stop. Yeah, hit those likes, guys. Hit those likes. Come on. The more likes we have, the more likely we get a breakdown here. It's just how the market works. I don't think I'm going to get a breakdown here. I feel like it's going to... If we make a new low here, if I break this 805, I have to be very careful with my stop. I will be re-entering on... Then like my stop is in the worst spot possible. Right now, not yet. But once it breaks these lows, and then it could shoot up here, stop me out, and then go lower. That's the trap. once we get to 100 likes, come on, we got to get to like 200 likes. There we go. We got 100 likes there. I am streaming till 1 p.m. We definitely got to do some giveaways tomorrow for 4th of July. Come on, dump it. Don't make me take it off and then see it dump afterwards. Come on. There we go. Yes, now my stop is in the worst spot possible. So I'm going to be ready to re-enter as soon as... If it rejects, I'm re-entering 2 contracts. I get stopped. So if it shoots up and then rejects right away, again, my stop is in basically a new trade. So this trade will be stopped out, but I'll be taking a new trade after that. See? That's what they do. Let's see if they decide to send it lower. If they don't send it lower, then I won't be in. I'll be stopped out. But if they decide to send it lower, then very tough short. Much easier to long this market for sure. Nope. That didn't reject, so that's good. Good stop out. Good stop out. Yeah, I'm not gonna short this now. I'm okay with that. Michael, I get payouts all the time, so for me it's very easy. I don't have to think about getting more accounts. I just get them. I'm just lazy, and I don't sit down in front of the computer at the end of the day to kind of get myself prepped. I bought 2 of the Elite Trader Funding 100K promos, $26, and there's no activation fee for the first month. Did not put it in the copy trader this morning. You know, my Take Profit Trader eval, didn't put it in the copy trader. So I make so many mental errors by not being focused and basically just checking out. Once I'm done trading for the day, I just check out. I don't even look at the computer. I'm not around. Like I get, I get stuff done around the house, or I have meetings, or yesterday, for example, I took a nap because I was exhausted and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday was just insane busy. So I don't think about it. It's just, if I was focused, I'll be back at 30, 40 accounts again, I'm just not focused. I'm not putting in 100% effort into account management. But I don't have to think about it. But I could kind of think back to a few years ago, in stocks, what kept me going when things weren't going well. I mean, just the just knowing what's possible and just loving the game. What prop firm is for $25? Elite Trader Funding, 100K fast track account. It's $26. No activation fee for the first month. Then there's activation fee on the second month, $80. But use your brain. Either get to a payout or blow the account, right? Or grow the account. And once the account's grown and close to a payout, then you could pay for it, because then it's worth paying for it. Trading is difficult. So the one thing I say all the time is, like, there was someone in the chat saying, like, they've been struggling for 2-3 months. And I'm like, what would be the point of trading if it was that easy? If it was that easy, why would anyone work a regular job? Why would not everyone just stick with trading? Why do so many people give up in trading? Why is there a 90% failure rate? It's probably, to me, the failure rate in trading is 99.9%, but then maybe 9% of the traders actually get through that losing stage and then eventually become profitable. There's very few people that actually become profitable from the get-go. Maybe, let's say you get lucky and you get so lucky that you make a lot of money, so that way it sustains you for the learning process. Some people get like 2-3 payouts or whatever. Luckily, at the beginning, that's $6,000, let's say. They'll blow through that. But if you make $40,000 on your first payout by luck, because you get 20 accounts and you just trade for 6-7 days, and you end up getting a big payout, that might last you for a long time. But just not giving up and not overspending. That's the biggest thing. Not overspending, so that way you could continue. Having a job, having an income. If you don't have a job or income, start a YouTube channel. You're not going to make money, but you're going to do it. And eventually it could turn into income. A lot of people are starting YouTube channels for income, and it's not going to work. It's got to be organic. Although you could probably still, some people are very like just posting. Like Twitter's become very, I want to say, almost unusable in the sense where the giveaways and the prop from promos, not even giveaways, but the codes, making posts just about the codes and sales, just it's becoming so annoying to be on Twitter that I don't know. I don't have notifications or anything on. And it's not even the people you follow. It's like you follow someone, they comment on that, or they like the post, and then you see it. And it's just like, Wait, is Top Step 1 day to pass now? Someone just told me. Is Top Step 1 day to pass? Did they change that? That was one thing I wish they changed early on. If they change that, I'm going to get some Rhythmic accounts. Am I trading tomorrow? Yes. Tomorrow's NFP, so I'm going to be full sending some evals. They don't trade Rhythmic since starting July 7th. Yes, but I would get some Rhythmic accounts now. Once you have the accounts, you could keep them. You just can't buy any. And then until July 31st, you could reset them. And once you blow them after July 31st, you can't reset them. I honestly don't give a crap about that. Like, you know, there's a lot of talk about it. But again, I stay away from the drama. And to me, I could care less, you know. I could care less, or I couldn't care less. Whatever the proper saying is. Does anyone know what the proper saying is? I think it's I couldn't care less. Because if you say I could care less, that means you care a lot and you could care less. Does my ORT trade change? No. Nope. Like I used Platform X. I didn't really have that many issues. And I actually thought passing evals was easier on there, like YOLOing evals, because the fills aren't as, like, let's say you trade NFP, right? And it goes against you really quickly, like that big wick. It won't sell you out on Top Step X. It doesn't even catch that you were in drawdown. I've passed evals where I blew them first, and then it went into my profit because it didn't like catch the red fast enough. So I could hit the max daily or max loss and then shot up to the profit. And I did that when they had that $11 sale. That was when I did it. So I don't know if that changed since then, but yeah, I use prop firms. I have a Ninja Trader brokerage account, and for stocks, I use Centerpoint Securities and Robinhood. I am actually working with someone on a new platform. I'm going to be alpha testing it or beta testing it. I don't know when that's going to be. They had some issues. So they were going to do like a soft alpha test. And they realized there were so many bugs once they went live. So I don't know when it's going to be. I'll give it a try. Yep, this is watching paint dry, but hopefully we get a breakout to the downside. If we could get a breakout to the downside from this range, I think it would be much easier to find a long trade. I'm going to be done streaming soon because I have work. Wednesdays are my worst days when it comes to appointments. I have 4 appointments today. I have a 2 o'clock, 5:30, 7, 618. So I'm going to try to make it to, actually probably go to the gym after the 8 o'clock appointment. I like going to the gym at night. I guess I'm done trading this account. Might as well switch to another account. Still got one. Let me flip Ball Knox before I forget. Hope they don't deny me for flipping. I'm definitely flipping only 2 days, but they've been little sketch with flips. They denied some people, but it was different. No data, what? Guess we're gonna flip on the ES. Let's see if we could get a breakout now. So I just flipped that. Omar, congrats. Now good luck on it. Make some profits. Get it to pro account. Yeah, Steve. I like the 1 minute ATR as well. Kind of the easiest for me to read the market. So there's financial juice on QUANTOWER. I never even knew. But yeah, tomorrow we have early close. Okay. So we have jobless claims and non-farm payroll. So I hope it's clean. I just hope that initial jobless claims doesn't send it one way and then non-farm payroll sends it the other way. And then we have a PMI at 10 p.m. I mean, 10 a.m. Yeah, I used to scalp. ATR was a huge part of my I usually have it here too. But see if we could break down. It's struggling to go higher, so ideally we go down, right? if we keep going higher, then it's like are shorts still getting trapped, or they're just like what we want to do now for it to move is we want to shake off the longs, right? So we want the longs that are anywhere here. We want them to panic, and then shorts to get comfortable, and then trap the shorts and go higher. So longs will get stopped out, and then shorts will get piled in, and then a new wave of longs will come in, and then shorts have to cover, and that will lead into a squeeze. That's like, you know, that's what I'm thinking, but still got 2 more Apex accounts to activate. See, like, I'm so lazy. Like, why don't I just activate them, you know? Passed them on Friday. Today is Tuesday already. Still haven't activated them. Only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts with Apex. That'll be 12. It's not bad. Yeah, summer trading must be here because it's like this almost every day. Yesterday was pretty nice though. Yesterday we did definitely have some good volatility. But it's very rare. And today wasn't bad. There was plenty of opportunities to make money today. Like, especially that was my trade right there. I wish this bounce was happening at 9:30 instead of 8:30. It would have been much easier. The 15-minute opening range trade, I mean, whoever trades that is killing it today. Whoever trades the 15-minute opening range trade is killing it. Pine Tree, what's going on, bro? Oof. I guess they don't want to give any chance for the shorts to get out. Or are we just going to retest the highs maybe? Double top and then go down? Could also be the play here. So I left 260 and 290. So I left like $500 on the table on these two trades. But if it would have sold off, it would have been nice. That's the hard part, you know. It's like I was long here. And I sold it. I think it was like right here, or no, it was right here somewhere. Like 25 ticks. So I sold it here, and then we get this huge move. But now I'm trying to hold here for a bigger move, and we don't get it twice. It's just so frustrating. Oh, was this the blow off? Well, that's rejection. That's a pretty hard rejection there. I'm going to start a short. And add. Yeah, so it's tomorrow. The futures market will not close early, but the stock market's closing early tomorrow. And then Friday, the market will be open, but the stock market's going to be closed. My short's in a terrible spot. Not futures market. Futures don't close early tomorrow. Nope. Tomorrow the close is at 4 p.m. of futures. But if the stock market closes, the ATR is just gonna die on futures. So yeah, pretty much we're done at 12 Central. If we break this, I'm gonna add one more. I hopefully get like 10 points. Payout terms with ETF. You definitely want to look it up. It's too much to explain. They have complicated payout process or rules, and it's different for different accounts. So you gotta be fully understanding of the rules before you trade with them. They're not bad. It's just, you know, there's no such thing as flipping. You can't flip. You have to have an active trading day every single day. So if it's 8 trading days, you got to trade for 8 days. If it's 10 trading days, you got to trade for 10 days. And how does an active day count? It's 23% of your biggest day. So whatever your biggest day is in that payout window, every day has to be at least 23% of that. So if it's $1,000, every day that is below $230 will not count towards the 8 days. It's in the FAQ. It's definitely there. Wow. Can't get a breakdown for the life of me. That's such bullshit? No, that's just a very smart way of them to avoid people that are YOLO accounts. You could have losses, it doesn't matter, but it's not going to count as a trading day. All right, do we have a trap here or no? Might be taking a fat loss. But don't think that, Crad. Just trade, man. Like, why are you guys so worried about that? Just trade for, keep trading until you get 10 profitable trading days, and then you request the payout. You can't request the payout if you're losing. You guys want too much, too good. Like, you guys don't realize how dangerous for these prop firms to not have any consistency rules and stuff like that. It's so dangerous. The manipulation that people have come up with is insane. But if you don't like the rules, then don't trade. I love the rules because they're clearly laid out. They're so simple to follow. Like, there's no, oh, what if that, what if, no, it's very simple. Just make 23% of your biggest day, and that counts as a trading day. Top Step has make $200 a day. They have 23%, which is really not that bad unless you have huge days. If you're going to have a huge day, then it's going to screw you unless you could have big days all the time. Like, I made $1,300 on my account, so I got to make at least $300 for the days to count. Do you think I care about that? No, that's totally fine with me. And I'm going to take a big loss here. Fortunately, got trapped. Yeah, if there's no rules, you could just hedge prop firms and make money. Or you could hedge the same prop firm with a friend, right? You could have 2 friends. Imagine Take Profit Trader didn't have trailing drawdown. 2 friends get 150K accounts. They hedge the accounts, and then hold on. Did I get? I got wicked out there. I'm gonna retake it, and I'm gonna just stop out above that because the same trade I took here could be happening right here. Stop out right there. It's gonna be a red day on this account most likely if this doesn't go lower. Just can't catch. See, this is really a good reason why I prefer longs. I mean, the market's just much easier to read, in my opinion, in one direction. Because now instead of being focused on long trades, I'm focused on the short and I'm losing. Versus if I was just focused on the long, I probably wouldn't be in a trade. We need to see a big sell-off. Yeah, people don't read the rules and then complain. Or people just complain about the rules, period. I'm like, just don't trade with them. Who cares? There's so many prop firms to choose from. The reason why I trade with Elite Trader Funding is because they have that crazy sale where it's like you make 3K and you pass any eval. So it's so easy to pass 150K evals. And they have Rhythmic. So that's like the two reasons why I trade with them. Oh, horrible losses. Oh, what a day. What a day. Could have been a great day, but unfortunately got killed. I got trapped in my own trap setup. It's so funny. I shorted right below this previous swing low, which is a trap to the long side. But see how I come up with this setups? Is look, this right here is a long. It's not a short as far as pattern goes. But I was thinking that, this whole thing is basically one big trap right on this level. Which is the same thing here. So this is like the trap to the short side, below these lows. But I don't know why I entered so late here. That's the problem. Why enter so late? Maybe by some miracle this will sell off, but highly doubt it. It's going to look to break out. It's going to make new highs before it goes lower for sure. I know, Corey, I'm breaking my rules today. Ivy League trading. Why do you guys trade futures? Trade your own money and be able to follow the volume. I trade futures because I make a lot of money trading futures. This is my worst trading loss I've had in 3 days. So we'll take that. Fortunately, I will not be able to recover because there's not going to be an opportunity in the next 25 minutes. What do you trade, Ivy League? Yeah, I don't short, and today I'm getting burnt shorting. It's great. I mean, I did well. I was up nicely. It's just I didn't take my profit. I tried to get a big runner, and of course, today is not the day. Today's not the day, and I'm out on this. Unbelievable. That's going to make new highs without a pullback. So strong. The market's irrational. So just last 2 days, it's been crazy. But today, especially, I mean, it's still early. Yesterday was going up a lot too, and then it came back down later. But overtraded today. Can't get too mad at myself. I mean, I'll save this account tomorrow. Gonna be down like $1,400. Not the end of the world. I'll put my stop over the higher day at this point. Maybe get saved here. It needs to make sure it's very uncomfortable and make longs very comfortable for it to turn. Come on. Go lower. There we go. Still not out of the woods, but gotta go pee. This will be my last trade of the day for sure. Like I said, I have a meeting at 2 o'clock and I want to go get a protein shake. Come on, let's at least get the small green. It's trying, but it's getting held up. I'm small green on the day, but they hold the price pretty well. But once it gives up, it's gonna be so easy. If it does give up, right? We don't know if it's gonna give up, but once it does give up, it's just gonna start melting, and it's gonna be just important to stay in and not cover too soon. With take profit, you have to trade 5 days. Yeah, for sure. The evals with take profit, you actually could trade like a regular strategy. Yeah, I see it. I talked about it earlier. Be nice to reject, but so far not looking so good. But it's not looking bad either. It could go either way. But obviously the momentum's on the long side, so the shorts have to just give up. So as long as this doesn't make a new high of day, it's okay for it to chop around. The longer it chops around, as long as it keeps making little new lows, lower highs, slowly, I think it could definitely have a little bit of a panic sell-off. But if this just squeezes over the highs, then obviously shorts are going to just stop out and longs will not have to panic. I just have a very, very, very difficult time finding trades that I could let them run. I don't know if you guys ever like fight that, but this is my struggle. Like someone asked me that question also at the tradeify, like what is my biggest like struggle? And it's always getting big wins. I don't have big wins. I can't do it. There's just no way for me to be consistent trying to go for big wins. And by big wins, I mean like 4 or 5, not 5-figure, but 4-figure, high 4-figure days on the single account, single trades. Like a trade like this, right? Yes, this could definitely happen where this would sell off and I could make $2,000-$3,000 on it. But look how much trouble I am in to get there, right? And then I say to myself, is it worth it to hold winners? If it's going to put me in this kind of trade so many times, and maybe eventually it will work, but what's the point of having big wins when I could make 50 grand a month trading for small profits, small gains, right? And same thing with stocks. I could never let big days happen. Every time I covered, it dumped. Every time I held, it recovered. So I could never find a consistent way of catching big wins. Like I'm trying so hard right now, and I bet you if I went long, this would collapse, right? That's how it goes. If I just long this, it will just collapse. But since I'm short, it's gonna keep going higher. That's how it feels. It feels very, very personal, and I just can't beat it. There's just no way for me to beat it. And that's why when people say, oh, why don't you just trade your own live account? I'm like, I'm not going to be able to make money. I can't make $1,000 in a single account. How am I going to make $10,000 a day? I can't. It's just not going to work. Every time I hold the winner, it never works. Every time I cover too soon or sell too soon, it works. And it's just a repetitive cycle over the last 8 years. It's 8 years of the same thing over and over again. Could have been break even. I'm not trading for break even. Break even doesn't make me money. I wasn't trading this to be a break even on the account. I'm trading this to see a breakdown, right? I'm just saying in my experience, you know, the most difficult thing is catching big wins. I can't do it for the life of me. I could never do it. Every time I have the opportunity, I sell too soon because after this trade, I'm not going to want to hold a winner. Like, why am I going to hold a winner when I had so much profit? Look, here I gave back $250. Here I gave back $300. So that's right there is $550 from the highs. Like if I'm just scalping this, I make my money and I'm moving on to the next account and I'm making $500-$600 versus trying to hold. You just never know. And obviously this is very bullish, but you know how many times I try to buy this and it just reverses like this and it continues lower. This is going to be a big loss on this account. Probably not going to be able to save it anymore, but it's a good lesson to stick to longs only. The only shorts I will ever take most likely is going to be on the opening trade. I just don't like shorting. The shorting does not make me comfortable, and I am so used to trading one way on stocks that it's just in my system. Stocks only short, futures only long. And then yeah, you might miss some trades. But every time there's a big sell-off and I miss a long short, I don't care because I am excited for a long after that. It's always gonna be a long after a short. Market always goes up, right? Always goes up. Come on, stop me out so I could just go and get my shake and enjoy the afternoon. Unfortunate there that I didn't get filled at all. But it's just going to be so obvious. Once it starts to sell off, it's going to be so obvious. I say this every time. And then once it starts to sell off, I'm already burnt out from holding. Sell the tops, buy the bottoms. Yeah, but what if the bottom falls out? That's the hard part about ranges. Ranges are very easy in hindsight. Ranges are very easy in hindsight. Matty Matt, but you saved yourself, no? You saved your accounts? All right, stop me out, please. I'm ready to go. I'm burnt out today. Today's not my day. I had I had really good opportunities. I just didn't trade well. And overall, still a good day. Just one account burnt. Gonna be down a lot, probably 2 grand. So it's gonna take me a couple days to recover it. But I'm excited for NFP tomorrow. NFP, hopefully I will pass at least like 10 evals. That's my goal. 4 with tradeify, and maybe like 4 or 5 with Apex. 150Ks. Well, Top Step's gonna have resets on funded accounts. Same as Take Profit. Unemployment claims won't be as crazy, but the non-farm payroll is going to be insane. The only thing is, the problem with having 2 big news events like that would be if they're contradicting itself. So if one goes the one way, one goes the other way, that's when you see a lot of chop. No, NFP's tomorrow. NFP is always on the last day of the first week of the month. So usually Friday, but if there's a holiday, then moves to Thursday. One second, guys. I'm gonna go take a picture with this app on my phone of the grass. It really bothers me. Might have something going on in the grass, like fungus, from all the rain we've been having. Yeah, I don't know. Oh man, I think I'm gonna call it a day, guys, and I'm just gonna go get my protein shake. I could leave this stream on if you guys want. Just watch this. I'm gonna place my targets and my stop loss and just go enjoy. I'm still in this trade, so I just have a feeling it's gonna stop me out and then dump. That's my fear. So if I could get out of one contract, I could move my stop a little bit higher so that way it doesn't wick me out. I don't do the 1-day pass. Come on, dump it, dump it, dump it. We could do the 800 retest. I would be so happy. Steve, don't give me any hopes. Nope, ain't going. What model do I have? I have the Porsche Carrera T. Yes, I like the Carrera T better because it's more of a GT like model. Obviously, GTS would be better, but GTS is so expensive. And power doesn't matter because power is very easy to change with tune. I paid $159 for mine. And then, you know, you got to do stuff to it. You're not going to keep it stock. So PPF was like 8 grand. My wheels were like 8 grand. Suspension was 2 grand. Oh, would work. What else did I do to it? Oh, I got a new windshield. What do I drive? Well, when I go to the grocery store, I could drive the Porsche or the Jeep. I have a Jeep. And I have a van. I have a Sprinter van. I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee, the big one. And I have 2 Porsches. I don't drive when it's wet or rainy. I don't drive the Porsche. It's not so much I don't want to get the car dirty. I don't want to get the garage dirty. You need a Lambo? I don't need a Lambo. But what's so great about Lambo? You can't take them to a track, really. I go to a track and I actually use my car for what it's worth. Lambo, you need you know, Performante, which is all-wheel drive. So going to a track with the all-wheel drive car, you might as well just not go. And once you get in the STO category and stuff, it's no point of taking that car to a track. It's too expensive. No one does that. I like Lambos, but it's so much money. Plus, I'm a Porsche guy. I love Porsches more. It's funny you say that, but that's actually one of the reasons why I don't want to get a Lambo is because of the, you know, the stigma associated with it. Or I could just get a Lambo and not tell anyone. Let me show you a picture. All right, I gotta go, guys. It's 1 o'clock. I gotta go. I'm just gonna show you a picture of the car, and then I'm gonna go get a protein shake before my meeting at 2 o'clock. I don't want to eat. So that's my baby. Let me download the video really quick. Huh? This video cut off. Well, Carrera T is the same body line as every other Porsche, like non-GT version. This is not gonna dump. This should be making lower lows, not higher lows and higher highs. It keeps making higher highs, higher lows. This is the opposite of what it should be making, and I know I'm gonna get stopped out here. I'm okay with it. The reason why I went short is because of this, and then I lost focus. I basically said I'm not gonna short, and I went short. I don't short at all. It's like my first day shorting in a long, long time. But, oh well, just one loss. We'll make it back. I'm going to go enjoy a protein shake before my meetings at 2 o'clock. I have meetings all day, so it's going to be a long, long day. Well, not long day. It actually goes by quick when you have stuff to do. But this is going to stop me out for sure, guys. So I'm going to end the stream. I'll be down like 1,400 or so. I'll post the P&L on Twitter once I am done. Imagine that faked out the longs. Huh. A boy can dream. Okay, I gotta place stops manually. So I do an OCO order. All right, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Last day of the week. And so far, so good today. Just one bad account. Was green nicely on it, but decided to keep trading it. And flipped 2 Bull Knox accounts because I'm going to request a payout. I didn't get to trade this account, and I didn't get to trade this account. But back to Take Profit Trader Pro. Obviously, still got to make profit to get to payouts, but hopefully soon. And hopefully I get a couple more passed as well. All right, guys. Again, I have meetings today for DJ business. So I start at 2 o'clock. I'm going to go get a protein shake. That's going to take me like 20, 25 minutes. I'll get back. Probably it's going to take me longer. I always think it's going to take me 20 minutes. It takes probably half an hour. And then I got to prep for the meeting. So could get it done in time. All right, guys. I'll post make sure you follow me on Twitter. I post a lot there, so follow me on Twitter. I'll post the P&L at the end of the day. And yeah, so far, so good. Later, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the likes, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all tomorrow.